It was the Sunday of the big game, millions huddled around their screens ready for a night of football and entertainment. Little did they know, they were about to witness a shocking display. Kanye West, now known as Ye, had a surprise in store. It wasn't a halftime performance, it wasn't a heartwarming commercial. Ye decided to use the Super Bowl platform to direct viewers to his website, a website selling swastika shirts. Yes, you heard that right, swastika shirts. The commercial itself was simple, almost nondescript. It didn't feature the offensive merchandise, it simply directed viewers to Ye's website, Yeezy.com. Curious fans flocked to the site, they were met with a chilling sight. The only item for sale was a plain t-shirt. Emblazoned across the front was a swastika, the product code, H01, a thinly veiled reference to Heil Hitler. This wasn't just a fashion statement gone wrong. This was a deliberate act of provocation. The backlash was swift and severe. Social media erupted in outrage. News outlets scrambled to cover the story. How could someone, let alone a global icon, peddle such hateful imagery? And on a day meant for unity and celebration, it was a stark reminder that hate, in its most insidious forms, can surface when we least expect it. The Anti-Defamation League wasted no time in condemning Ye's actions. Jonathan Greenblatt, the CEO, called it an egregious display of anti-Semitism. He was right. The swastika is not just a symbol, it is a painful reminder of one of history's darkest chapters. It represents the horrors of the Holocaust, the systematic murder of millions. To sell it as a fashion statement is not just insensitive, it is deeply offensive. Public figures and celebrities voiced their disgust. Politicians from both sides of the aisle condemned Ye. Even brands and companies that had once collaborated with the rapper distanced themselves. Adidas, which had a long-standing partnership with Ye, severed ties. The message was loud and clear: hate has no place in our society. But amidst the condemnation, a disturbing trend emerged. Some defended Ye, arguing that he was simply exercising his right to free speech. Others downplayed the severity of his actions, dismissing it as a publicity stunt. This reaction, while disheartening, highlights a dangerous trend. We live in a time where hate speech is often disguised as free speech, where offensive actions are brushed aside as mere provocations. This wasn't an isolated incident. Ye had been flirting with anti-Semitism for years. He had made numerous public statements praising Hitler. He had shared conspiracy theories about Jewish people. His social media accounts, once platforms for his music and fashion, became outlets for hate speech. In 2022, Ye was even locked out of his Twitter account for anti-Semitic remarks. But instead of learning from his mistakes, he doubled down. The swastika shirt was not a cry for help. It was a calculated move by someone who had repeatedly chosen hate. What makes Ye's descent into hate even more troubling is his influence. He is a global icon, someone with millions of fans worldwide. His words and actions have the power to shape minds, especially young and impressionable ones. When someone with such a platform promotes hate, it normalizes it. It makes it acceptable. And that is a dangerous path to go down. The swastika is not just a symbol, it is a symbol of hate. It represents the horrors of the past and serves as a stark reminder of what can happen when hate is allowed to fester. Selling it as a fashion statement is not edgy or rebellious. It is deeply offensive and hurtful to millions. Ye's actions are a reminder that anti-Semitism is not a relic of the past. It is alive and well, lurking in the shadows and sometimes, as in this case, rearing its ugly head in broad daylight. It is a reminder that we must remain vigilant in calling out hate wherever we see it. We must educate ourselves and others about the dangers of anti-Semitism and all forms of bigotry. The fight against hate is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires constant effort and vigilance. We must remember that words have power and symbols have meaning. And when those words and symbols are used to promote hate, we must stand up and say, no more.